Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Hand of Fate. In the last episode, we learned that I am rusty as heck at this game, but we kind of went through the basics of the tutorial mission of sorts, but now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. Actual encounters, actual events, actually me learning how to do the combat properly, because my goodness, I was bad at it before. And it's going to be a good time. So let's deal ourselves in for our new hand.
Ah, good. Now you understand the basics. We can begin.
Pretty much this. We learned the basics last time.
Is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset.
That
Welcome
they
to
are.
the cabinet.
We are back
Home
to
of the
scratch.
members of my court.
The next stage is available. The Jack of Skulls. Now we're going to be fighting against the undead instead of bandits. And as you can imagine, it's going to be even scarier than before. Because now, there's skeletons, and they be scary. So, and of course, this is just the Jack. Once we get to the Queens and the Kings, that's when stuff gets really scary. Those things are actually pretty tough. So now, we gotta build our deck. Nah, I can do it by myself. So, you have to put 12 equipments in and 12 encounters in. So, basically, we'll go through here. We have, you know, a whole bunch of shields, armors. This is, I think, what we have. No, this is our current deck. So, we want to put in the good stuff. So, let's put in the shield, the Chains of Rage. More armor would be pretty good, so we have to choose what to take out. Mercenary Contract, if I remember correctly, I think, oh, so you don't actually know what cards do until you find them in the actual game, so we can't actually see the special effects of, like, say, Chains of Rage yet. I think Mercenary Contract, if I remember correctly, is kind of like extra gold, though. Regardless, it's probably a good idea to have 2 of those, so the medium armors are good, Desperate Measures is good. So now we're 4 over, so we have to figure out what to take out. I'll take out an axe. My goal is to get Desperate Measures, probably, so I'm going to... Well, let's see what else we have over here. I don't need 3 shields. I'm actually going to do just 2 shields. And in terms of this stuff, it's probably pretty good, so I think I'm going to go back this way, and we're going to take out a sword. Because our goal is to get Desperate Measures, but a sword is okay. Actually, for that matter, I'm gonna put 2 swords in and Desperate Measures. I want to get Forward Whose Breath, ideally, because it's an actual special effect. Medium armor is okay. Chains of Rage is not terrible. Both these hats are adequate. There's better ones we'll get later on. And both of these items are actually not terrible. It's good to have an artifact, so having 2 of an artifact guarantees you'll probably come across one at some point along the way. So that's our equipment. Now we have to, well, this is... Oh, this is the, this is actually an actual update. Okay, so you can actually, this is how you, like, add different, classes and stuff to add different rule changes and whatnot. We're gonna go through the base game before we do anything like that, though. Anyway, so, encounters, we have a bunch of other ones to add. Now, these ones are locked. We cannot remove them from the deck. They're basically a very important part of the battle. So anything that's locked like these ones, you have no choice. We do have to add 9 in, or we have to add 3 more in, so it's a matter of what we want to pick. So I'm trying to remember, like, which ones are bad and which ones are good. Double choice I remember being pretty good. The question is, which one do we want to take out? Because we have a choice of which one we don't like. The Twisted Canyon got me a weapon. Actually, okay, yeah, this is the other combat one we saw with an ambush. I mean, ambushes are good. You want to get the gold in the equipment, so it's not terrible. I forgot the river does, though. I mean, we should probably take out ones... Yes, I just explained this. I should probably take out one we've already seen before, though. So I will take out the Winding Trail as a result. Because I want to try to show off new cards. Because the more cards we can show off, well, A, the more we'll know for the future, because we'll know what those cards actually do, and B, it's more interesting for the project. So now that I've taken 4 minutes just to customize my deck, let's go ahead and do the Jack of Skulls, shall we?
New content.
Like I said, this is very much a deck building game. I'll do the deck building at the start of each episode. I'm going to try to record these in terms of getting one, like, full run done of each sort of thing. So, that's the game plan, is to sort of, you know, I'm going to record an entire run, including the deck building, in one go, and then I'll split it into however many episodes I deem appropriate. So, this path is straightforward. We just go forward. And we meet Mr. Lionel again! Hey! He gave me good stuff last time. That is sort of the point. So we are going to give him some food because we do want that equipment card to... Okay, I guess he always gives you a shield, which is handy, because now every third encounter does not consume food, which is nice, and you also have the stun to bash. So you have your reflecting and your countering now, which is, of course, very handy. My onion! How dare you? Anyway. Good old Mr. Lionel. He's super handy. Hey, it's the river card that I was talking about.
Protects against many things.
So, okay.
Though,
When it has that token,
get past.
it means that you can earn a token, which means, you know, additional rewards at the end of the encounter. To do that, you have to successfully do the challenge. So we're going to try to cross the river. I don't know if it's going to be a huge success or a success that'll do it properly, but if I remember correctly, I think you can actually see what the top card is, and was this not the huge success? It was. So you can actually see what one card of the 4 is, depending on which card ends up on top when it shuffles. So there we go. Huge success that should almost definitely give me the token as well, and a gold game card, because as we were crossing the river... Oh! Your armor weight can change the outcomes of different events, too. So your equipment actually can shift how different events... the success rate of different events. Like I said, very D&D-esque. It's pretty cool.
Token is yours. Well done.
So that's one more token for the pile as a reward for succeeding in the challenge. And the maiden, once again, off to a good start here.
Rarely one encounters the folk.
I'm gonna go ahead and... I feel... I'm a little bit nervous about food, but I'm gonna go under the same strategy of get the gold, and then,
Time and time again.
he's kind of rambling about how we're doing the same stuff! Because, I mean, that's kind of what happens. You get the same cards, you end up with the same encounter. It's kind of, learn what encounters you're good at, and sort of mix and match by keeping those in the deck to sort of stack the deck in your favor. Regardless, I did more gold because I figure we'll hit a shop at some point, and I can use that shop to buy more food. Like I said, later runs, I'm going to be wanting food more than gold. Because if you run out of food, I think you lose life instead every time you move. And obviously, not really the ideal outcome to be doing that.
Many have reached this far. Further, in fact.
Well, this is the beginning of the
I
game.
don't know if you have what it takes to do better than they did.
Ooh, sassy! Hey, okay, well, so far we're seeing a lot of the same old, same old. But that's the way the deck crumbles. The deck crumbles?
These cards all my days, and the canyon has been there from the outset.
I mean, that was the card that was on our initial deck. He's not wrong. Let's try to get a weapon. So, because you can almost guarantee a 3 success, 1 failure, because you can look at where the top card is, and if it's not the failure card, you can then pick it, and you'll know it's a success. So that is a little trick you can use. I was kind of too busy rambling last episode to talk about that, but it's super handy. And we get ourselves a sword, so hey, it's better than our rusty axe, so...
Really? Is that what you're going to
I got
do?
a sword now. The axe, unfortunately, doesn't sell for anything, so it's pretty much gone, but... Later, once we get to later levels, we'll actually start off with better equipment, too, so you won't have to worry about upgrading to a sword, necessarily, because you'll start with an axe. And they're about equivalent in terms of DPS, as far as I know. But here we go! Something new and exciting.
Best to avoid the problems of others.
A warrior surrounded by undead. Of course, to help him,
More skeletons for you.
we need to deal with the skeletons and fight our undead for the first time. So, oh, take his mace. Oh, I have a mace.
It's a lump of iron on
Oh!
a stick. Not terribly subtle.
It's going to teach us about, there are attributes to weapons, so this actually has the holy attribute, and it will do extra damage to undead, and also make them not able to resurrect as easily, because they're undead! You know they do the whole resurrection thing all the time. It's a little annoying, so my effort is to get that sword, kind of wasted, because let's be honest, when you're fighting the undead, a holy mace is probably in your best interest to have. Anyway, the Two of Skulls. Exciting, exciting! What awaits us today? The answer is a creepy river and a bunch of skeletons. But that's okay, I have a badass looking shield now. I could never lose. Except I'm going to, because I'm bad. I'm going to try to use the right click more often, because I think that's the better way to stun instead of Q. I think that's the issue I was having last time, because, wow! Holy Maces kind of just wholly destroy his chest entirety. That works for me. That was easy enough. So, we get to keep the mace, and this is kind of this is why there's certain locked cards like this one, because they're kind of also the setup to the plot, in a sense. Because there's undead everywhere. The captain's having some trouble. And some new horror is here. Cough, cough, the Jack of Horrors. Causing some undead issues. But there we go. Get the token as a reward for our successful battle. And we get to press forward. What awaits us? Well, a traveling mage, which is different from a traveling shop. This one's more about, you'll get more sort of magic, so you're sort of additional artifact sort of stuff, I believe, if I remember correctly. Regardless, it would be folly not to check it out, because, I mean, I could sell my sword, get a little bit of extra gold in the process, get some more food just in case I need it, because why not? I did get the extra gold from the maiden in order to get the food. You know, the more I think about it, an early maiden's almost definitely best to get gold with so you can get cool things. So, okay, so this is alchemical silver. You press 2 to attack faster, so basically lets you sort of speed through. We have a dragon ring, so you also can get some rings from these things. Unfortunately, I don't really have my other dragon things, so it doesn't seem worth the cost. This one, I am more than happy to get extra supplies that will help solve my food issues.
Power of a prophet. Choose your fate.
And we've already tried Damocles, so why not try alchemical silver, I suppose? Kind of get a more explosive burst combo rather than relying on the daggers. The daggers are nice, but they're, unless you're surrounded, in which case you're already in a bad spot, not as good.
Permanent shape. I know of nothing like it.
Okay, dealer, you say words. Unfortunately, I'm now out of gold. I can sell my sword, which is why not. I don't really need a sword. I have a mace that's holy, and I'm up against undead, like I've mentioned. So sell the sword, move back. Just a little bit of extra food. Yeah, I gain 1 food. Seems worth it to me. So we're gonna buy that just to have. I'm gonna stick with. Should I stick with the 1 or go? Better safe. Actually, no. I have the profit. I just bought a cap that gives double supplies, which means I'll get extra food when I do find food, and I will find food. I'm almost sure of that. So I'll keep the extra gold, buy 1 food for insurance because compromise, I suppose. Now, you can backtrack to the shop. Every time you backtrack, you're wasting additional food, which obviously can be really bad. So, a bandit attack, but we're supposed to be fighting undead! Unfortunately, you do still have to deal with the bandits as well. So a 3 of dust, an additional bandit than we're used to, perhaps. But that's okay. I've learned that right-clicking is far better than pressing Q, because I'd rather stun enemies than block them. A more offensive style, perhaps, is a little bit better. And just for funsies, let's show off this alchemical silver, shall we? That sounds like fun to me, doesn't it? I mean, we do have 8 uses of it. I think I'll be okay to use up 1 of them. So, hey, careful, careful. I gotta do my thing. Oh man! Go ham! Ah, what the? Oh, camera, you okay there? Camera, I'm kind of, wait, oh. What? I'm so confused what happened there. Like, he died and I died and they died. Just everyone suddenly died. I think it also explodes at the end of its duration, so I think the explosion kind of simultaneously killed everyone and something really wonky happened there. I'm gonna have to look back at that footage because I really have no idea what just happened there, but that was the thing. Oh, that's right, the Prophet's Hat will let you choose which one you get, so I can choose the one that's higher food and thus gain additional food. And that's why it's worth it. Because more food is always good. And thus we head down the stairs to the next portion of the dungeon. As you can see, it's getting longer and longer as we go. Is he here?
Now all you need to
He is here.
Find and kill the Jack of Skulls, and we can progress.
That we can. The dungeons, like I said, will get longer and longer as we go.
What did you think would happen with a card called Ambush, eh?
We'd probably get ambushed! As we did. But yeah, this is sort of how the game works. So early on, it won't take too long to get through a session. Later on, we'll start getting to the more lengthier. The deck will get bigger and bigger, and thus the encounters will get bigger and bigger as well. I got my shield, I got my mace, I got my hat, I guess. No, bad, no, stop. I pressed stun button. Okay, I guess it's just all about the timing, which I'm bad at right now. No, you stop it. You stop it! Rude! Okay, as you can see, I'm already getting better at the timing. It's a game of timing with your Q, of your stuns and your Qs. I think that, yeah, the Q is the hard counter. the right click is the faster stun, but it doesn't necessarily counter the target as well, I guess. I don't know. I'm just making shit up as we go, let's be honest here. Okay, so 3 out of 4 chance is pretty much a guarantee because, like I said, we watched the failure card. It's not this one because we watched the failure card, and thus you always get success. So we get some equipment, which is always good.
I'm sure you are grateful.
Some medium armor. Hey, it's better armor. If I wade through a river again, it might make that a little bit more difficult, but, you know,
armor protects.
We already did the river, so we don't worry about that.
Best armor, of course.
So we lose our light armor, unfortunately. Gain 10 food. Like, I think I'm going to take that one. That's why, you know, it's cool how the equipment, you know, for supplies like this, you actually get, you know, the better benefit by being able to choose one of 2 options. May as well go this way. We have a lot of food now, so we can kind of go through all the options here and get some extra loot for funsies!
If it were not for greed.
And more importantly, for more tokens. Unfortunately, we now have a 4 of dust and a 2 of skulls, which is a little bit scary, but we can attempt to take them by surprise. 50-50 chance, but we know... Oh, they double-dealed. Oh man, I don't have a clue what this is then. When that double deals, you just get 50-50. Am I always lucky? Always lucky! That's right. I'm way too good. And as a result, we can now just choose which one to get rid of. So hey, 2 undead with my mace seems a lot easier than 4 bandits. And thus, we get an easier encounter. Although I hope that doesn't affect my token, because the token conditions can be a little cryptic sometimes. Regardless, let's get our little undead friends here. Load up all the things, get my mace, and get my skeletons. Hey, buddies! Friends, pals, have a stun! Oh! I stunned him, yeah, I did it. There we go. I got the counter off. No, bad. Bad skeletons. Now, I think you can break the jars around here to get extra gold, which is something I should be doing, probably. But whatever, it's not that big a deal right now. I'm not really really helpless on resources right now. I'm not needing them that much. Need is a funny word to say. It's very like need. Such a what am I talking about right now? Ooh, draw 3, keep 1. I don't really need Damocles. I already have a cap. Alright, these are both caps. I'll take the healing cap, I guess. I don't really need either of these, honestly. I'll keep this. I'm not going to equip it, though. I have no intention. I like my alchemical silver. Ooh, why is this one... Why is this dark? What's the difference?
One of my cards. A small
oh, it's just one of the cards that he added to the deck, I guess.
I will not be so graceful.
Oh, well, 15% max health. That seems like a good deal to me. So there are ways to increase your health, and this is one of them. By, getting good health rewards, which luckily for me, I get to pick. So as you can see, backtracking, you do regain health when you don't do combat, I believe, but you also waste food, if I remember correctly. Devil's Choice. Ooh, a spooky card.
He lies as often as he tells.
Okay, so we get to choose our foe. A 2 of skulls, a 2 of dust, or a 2 of dust. Now the thing is, you choose one, he might make you fight the other 2 instead. So I'm going to choose the 2 of skulls, and we'll see what he makes me do. And yeah, he makes you fight the others instead. But that's fine. Honestly, it was like, okay, I'd fight the skulls and the dust then, which is whatever. He's the devil. He does tricky things like that. It's kind of like choose which one you want to get rid of. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. I want more little bandit friends to play with anyway. I'm gonna try breaking these pots for funsies, because I'm Link and I break pots! Let me break the pots. Break the pots! Break the pots! I'm breaking pots! Shut up! Oh, counterattack! Skill! Hey buddy, don't do that, that's rude. That was a direct nut shot right there. Here we go, I got the combat going now. Oh, dodge roll! Oh, badass! No! Don't do that, that's bad. Bad! Rude! I'm gonna kick you right in the... Hey, oh! You interrupted my combo, now you... die! Oh, headshot! I try to get really fancy and pull off a stun. You really have to press Q and counter when it's green. If you try to do that, it's just gonna be a bad time. I think you want to use stuns on the red ones, actually, which is kind of a thing. I'm slowly forgetting the way this all works, but as you can see, because of my Prophet's helmet, I'm just
one of my food
doing, you know,
Well
pretty
done.
well for myself right now.
Good
What do we
luck.
got? The Chains of Rage. So it's basically medium armor that's slightly better because basically I can, if I get hit by a bow, which will be a mechanic later on, it'll give me a chance to restore my cooldowns, which would be the items I have. So, I mean, that's a thing. Hey, it's basically my medium armor, but better. So, and gain 15 max health again. Hey, I will, of course, take it.
Take the token.
Oh, look at this. My little thingy over here, my little bowl. It's full of tokens. It's pretty great. Are you the Jack of Skulls? No, you're a shop. Nice. Went through pretty much the entire thing without having to, I went through the entire thing. It's always good. I'll just show every card. Why not? Let's see if you can buy any other additional swag before we go. Never use that word again. I like to get the mace, if I can, or the other axe I have, which is right here! So, more damage the lower my health is, which is, hey, you know, can't complain about that. We also have the mercenary contract, which, yeah, every successful strike drops gold. So if you get this early on, you can use it to grind gold really easily, which is always nice. Hey, I might as well get Desperate Times!
I'm impressed.
No!
These sorts of
I don't
weapons
have the
because nobody
gold,
ever
though.
anticipates being in peril. Such
Rip me.
misplaced
What can I
confidence is
sell
usually
for
their
anything?
downfall.
Unfortunately, none of this stuff really sells that much. So I'm kind of stuck with not having that. So you really have to get that. Yeah, now that I think about it, the elf median is so much better to get the gold because you don't really have that many ways to get gold early on. And unfortunately, that doesn't help me out. Now I will, of course, use the money I do have to heal my wounds. Which unfortunately leaves me pretty devoid of money. I haven't really gotten much money on this run besides the maiden, which, yeah, now that I guess I was wrong in thinking. I mean, the food might still be more helpful later on, like much later on, but as you can see, I'm well on food now, although getting the helmet did help that out quite a lot. Regardless, hello, Mr. Jack of Skulls.
The undead. Of all the players in the game, these are the most dangerous.
I don't believe you.
Yet in no natural form. A wrongness, an error, cheating.
Rude. That's how I like to
There's
call
a
it. I like to
token
call it
for you
rude.
if you win.
Well, yeah, it is the boss. That's kind of how it works, Mr. Guy. That's not a token. That's 2 tokens. But I'm not complaining. Alright, time for the boss, ladies and gents. And then we'll be done with this round of Hand of Fate. Another hand dealt, another hand defeated. But that's only if we win. The question is, will we win? That's a scary looking skeleton, but I've learned how to do my combat so much better, and I have Alchemical Silver, so I'm going to try to get a combo going, because I mentioned something about getting a combo going first. So I'm going to try to get a combo going.
Cannot be deflected. You would do better to avoid
Yes, we know this already.
you agile.
Whoa, you have a bow! I'm not going to let this slide. Hey, shut up. Stop it. Rude! Oh, I stunned. Oh, yeah, it's like the holy. I can actually stun them a bit too, which is awfully handy given my. Oh, I did not see that. I did not see the bow coming there. I needed to dodge that one. I'm waiting for this guy to do a thing. He's gonna do a thing. There's your thing. Activate the silver now? I think so. And now we go ham! Stop it! I don't like that. You're rude. Oh! I'm smacking the nothing. Is he dead already? Are you dead, sir? Are you okay? I think you're very dead, sir. Well, like I said, the combat is very bare bones rudimentary. My guy has the stupidest face with that hat on. Just saying. He was like, "Wow, that's a hat!"
Well done indeed. But you have roused the dead in their dusty tombs, and even I cannot say what will come of it.
Yes, you can. You're the dealer.
Our wager becomes more interesting. Will the
Oh,
tools you've
there's some
earned
DLC up there.
suffice to address the challenges I pose? That is
I guess we got a DLC token.
not.
Okay. Oh, another DLC token. This actually wasn't here the first time I played through the game. So, this is another one? I think that's another. See, yeah, there's a whole bunch of DLC tokens that have been added since I've played the game, and we now have a whole bunch of them. Look at all these DLC things. I'll try to go through them perhaps in the future. So many DLCs. Okay, now we're getting to our normal tokens, finally. The Ring of Survival, and now I think each token will always be associated with a certain event, so you want to try to go through all the events, because you'll earn all the tokens, and thus be able to add all those kind of equipments to your deck. is handy, obviously. The more you get, the better you have. And there's some mazes to add to our deck, which will be good against the undead. Always probably a good idea to throw one of those in the deck if you're expecting some undead to be hounding you. The treasure chest. A lot of other events will actually lead you one to each other. So like you'll accomplish an event in one run, and you'll get a token that will unlock the next event of the sort of series. So you have these sort of side storylines that you're slowly going through as you go through the game, which is kind of cool. A lot of the DLC ones are probably like that. In fact, I probably should start doing the DLC ones because of that very reason. The Devil's Wager for Devil's Choice. As you can see, there's kind of a sequence going here. But now, before we get to the boss stuff, where we get these things, and a whole bunch of new equipment as well to go along with it. The Helm of Reflection, the Frostfang. I do remember really loving the Frostfang. I remember like it like slows down enemies, which is super handy. I do remember really liking the Frostfang back in the day. Angel's Wing sounds pretty useful too. These helmets are probably gonna be pretty good. Consuming Shame. That just sounds spooky.
Shall we deal again?
And we're back to this little swirly swirl of cards, which means we are done with today's episode. Thank you for watching Hand of Fate. This is LuckySevenDX sign out. In the next episode, we take on the third of 12 challenges. And we figure out what the heck to put on our deck, because we have a lot more options now. We're getting some pretty cool options. We're going to be able to start getting to the point where we're not going to have any sort of basic cards in our deck, and we're going to be able to start putting in, like, really interesting cards, like the Desperate Measures, and the Chains of Rage, and so on and so forth. Slowly building our deck into this powerhouse of magical items for us to get in our journey to build up our guy to become this powerhouse to take on the queens and kings of these suits. It's a process, a beautiful process. And while the gameplay might be a bit rudimentary, the backdrop of the card game is the true appeal of this game. That's what makes it really creative and interesting. I'm saying words now. This is LuckySevenDX signing out again. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!